Welcome to Will Podcast for Laughs. On this episode, V tells us her thoughts on The Masked Singer and talks about her memory of being stuck on an anthill, while Taylor attempts to beat John F. Kennedy's 350 words per minute record. It's all today on Will Podcast for Laughs.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Will Podcast for Laughs with V,
Ian,
and Taylor.
We're going to do this.
Welcome to our opera episode.
No.
Here we are. What? You know why? You know why we're doing this?
because today we're going to talk about The Masked Singer.
Yes, the
And
Masked
you
Singer.
have never seen our voice if you don't watch Twitch.
You've never seen our faces?
No, nobody's ever seen
You
it.
said you've never seen our voices.
Oh, shit.
You ruined it.
Dang it!
Start from the top.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wanted to see if anyone out there is watching The Masked Singer. It's like this odd obsession. Now, neither of you watch, right?
Oh,
No,
but I know what
sorry.
it is.
I mean, I know- yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I know what it is.
But you guys haven't watched?
No, I haven't watched
So
it.
I was against this show because I was like, it is the dumbest thing ever. And then Devin got me hooked on it. And then a lot of people I know were like, you have to watch it. And it's not so much about the actual show. The actual show in itself is like the performances are very non-exciting.
Just kind of whatever.
But you like get obsessed with having to know who these people are because you get adamant about it. And the funny thing is, like, they give you all these clues, right, about who it is and like things that they've done or places they've been, or they give you physical clues. Like one of the people opened up this thing and they had a headset, and his clue was, or his or her clue was, I've done some of my best calls on this headset. So you're like, wait, so they must be like a broadcaster or something. So they give you little clues.
Yeah.
And most people I talk to put these clues together and they're like, oh, I know it's this person because they said this and I know that that's this person, right? But me, like, I was convinced this character, the Raven, who's already been revealed, so I'm not spoiling anything for anyone. I was convinced the Raven was Oprah. Ask me why.
Why?
Because she looked like Oprah. That was it. That was my logic. I had no sort of backstory.
Just
I was like, the
straight in
Raven
it.
kind of looks like the same size as Oprah.
Yeah.
Or like just
Does the same dimensions
yes.
as
So
Oprah.
it's quite fun to watch. If you're looking for something kind of fun and cool to like catch up on, it's on Hulu. Check it out. I did just ruin the Raven for you if you haven't seen it yet, but the rest of them are still really fun to watch.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you like you don't like the judges. So Ken, what's his face from The Hangover, the guy from The Hangover,
Which one?
the little Asian guy.
Oh, yeah.
What's it? I don't know.
I can't remember his name.
real name, but he's one of the judges, and he's hysterical. He's so funny.
Yeah.
So watch him. We also watched the new show, The World's Best.
I
You
think
guys
I've
heard
of
about
that.
this one? It
I've heard of
debuted right after Super Bowl. So The World's Best, it's kind of similar to like America's Got Talent, but a little bit different because they have all of these amazing talents from all over the world. So that's why it's different. It's not just America. And these people don't just walk into audition. These were people who were actually recruited or asked to come. So kind of like The Voice.
Yeah.
And they do these crazy talents. Like one lady played the violin, but she didn't have an arm. She was playing with like a mechanical arm.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they had like this other guy. He was like, he has a world record for sword swallowing.
What the hell?
Yeah. But the cool thing about that is that so they do their performance, and then there's 3 American judges, and they each get up to 50-point votes each because they're from America. And then everybody else just gets 1. So there's a wall of judges. There's a wall of, I think it's 50 judges that are up there, and they're from all over the world. They're experts from everywhere, and they either get to vote yes or no. And the contestant has to get 75 votes to make it to the next round. So it's a little interesting. If you're one of those people that likes, like, obscure talents and
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Unique
check
stuff.
it out. It's kind of cool.
Like watching America's Got Talent or Britain's Got
Right.
Talent.
So those are my 2 go-to shows to watch. Yes.
Okay, so I searched it up.
Uh-huh.
No clue who this Raven person was. I gave him a Google search. I'm just like, oh,
Okay.
all right. So if anything, I'm glad I didn't watch the show because I would have never guessed.
I know
Who the actual Raven was?
I know who one of them was just because someone told me.
Mhm.
I don't know if I should say it. I don't care. It's Tommy Chong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them was Tommy Chong.
He was the
Yeah, I swear to
What?
God, one of them was Tommy Chong.
What design this though? Like,
No, I didn't watch it. I can imagine that's how he sounded.
Yeah.
Hold it.
That's why it's
He
funny.
was singing.
Man, think you did all my acid, man?
Yeah, he was singing. They all have to sing and perform, and that's what makes it so entertaining. Because some of them are terrible singers, and that's how they get revealed.
Yeah.
So the better their performance is, the longer they stay.
Yeah.
But the worse their performance is, they get voted off, and then if you're voted off, you have to reveal your mask.
Oh my God, there's a link. Watch Tommy Chong perform "I Will Survive" dressed as a pineapple.
Yeah.
What has America come to?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's wonderful.
So.
It's magical.
Are you guys watching anything? Are you guys Game of Thrones watchers?
No.
Because we've been told to watch it. Devin and I are going to start watching it. We haven't seen any episodes at all. We have no idea what we're getting
Buckle up.
into.
Last season's coming out in like
That's
April.
we're trying to catch up before
So
the
in
last.
April, and then you're gonna watch the last season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you. Okay. If you like real intense shows and like dramas and stuff like that, I think
I've heard it's kind of similar to Once Upon a Time. Have you ever seen Once Upon a Time?
it's not similar to Once Upon a Time.
Well, like in the sense of like it has a bunch of different storylines,
Yes, in that way, I would say it's similar.
but it's not like the same
take
kind
that
of.
to TVMA and make it really like intense.
And it's like it's based in old times, but not like legitimate old
No,
times.
it's
Like it's
fantasy.
a made up.
But it's like a fantasy.
world?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested. I'll get posted on
I mean,
it.
I love it. Great show. I've seen the 7 seasons that are out or whatever. Really good show. Would recommend.
But you don't watch it.
No. Apparently, I'm just not hip.
No, that's not
Because
about being hip.
every
you don't
single
really-
show that we've talked about, I think I've just said, no, I haven't seen.
But you watch. What
You're
is
a
it
big
you
mo-
watch?
you're
You
a big
watch like
movie guy,
YouTube and you watch like movies.
You're more of a movie.
You're not like a
YouTube
TV
and
show
movies, that's what, yeah.
guy.
Like TV shows, I mean, I watched this anime show called Psyche, Saiki, great show. I
Okay.
watched Case Closed.
I watch all kinds of shows.
Oh God, what's
Rick and Morty.
Attack on Titan?
Oh yeah, Attack on Titan. Have you
Rick-
seen the 3rd season? Don't tell me anything that happens. I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen half of season 3 because my wife and I were addicted to the show. We actually busted out the last of season 2, 8 episodes in one day. But we've sort of been just taking episodes, or season 3 episode at a time.
Yeah.
Just because we got onto the show while it was just starting season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3 is finished broadcasting, but season 4 is like in pre-production. It's not even on the horizon yet when it comes to production.
It's
So
going to be
like,
a little while. So you might.
we've
maybe
only
a
got
little
like
wait, yeah.
6 episodes
What's
left.
the premise of this show? Well, I've never seen it.
That's
Is
kind
it
of-
a?
It varies depending on the season you watch. That's what's
Yeah.
interesting about the show. It is not the same
It's
show.
like
Is
human
it
every
action,
season.
comedy?
action.
It is not comedy.
No.
Okay.
Here's the general
Very
premise.
serious, almost horror in some ways.
Oh, really?
Gigantic
Yeah.
creatures called Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are void of genitalia.
I
So
keep
we have
thinking
no
of Teen
clue.
Titans Go.
We have
Void
no
of
clue.
genitalia, but they're giant naked people.
Yes,
What?
the
No
giant
genitalia.
naked people.
Like BFG with no balls?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And
What?
giant mouths, and they run around eating people.
Yeah, eat people.
Why would you what?
Well,
It
it's
is
more.
a
There's more to
great-
it than that. There's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot to
The
it.
the
you
show
know.
itself is centered around these characters
all these
who
humans and stuff,
are
and
like part of this like military program, and they go
to
ahead.
defend humanity from these things.
Yeah, and they're defending the gigantic walls from the Titans.
Think of zombies, but they're like 14 feet tall,
Okay.
and they don't die
14
near as
feet?
easy.
That's like a little taller than Shaq. No, these things. Hold on.
A little taller than Shaq.
How tall is Titan?
They're pretty big in the show.
On Attack. Okay, here you go.
But it's kind of like a zombie horror kind of thing. but
Is
with
it
more
based
action
in
to it.
modern day?
No, it's fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Like a fantasy kind of world. I don't even know if it's technically based on Earth. It might be.
I mean,
It's hard to say.
Are
okay.
there humans in this?
Yeah, they're
So-
all humans.
Oh.
All the main characters are humans.
the show is sort of a hybrid. Like it feels like 1600s
Yeah.
Britain,
Okay.
but it has a lot of what feels like modern things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no cell phones or computers. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's too far back.
yeah.
By the way, according to villains.fandom.com
15 meters to
for
17
Attack on
meters.
Titan, they are larger than 15 meters.
15 meter titans, which
Yeah.
is like a 50-foot zombie.
Yeah.
Wow!
49.2 feet tall.
That's crazy. What's the show called?
Attack on Titan. It's an anime. It's
and it is
Titan.
bloody. I
it
will
is-
say that.
It is quite bloody.
If you can't make it
So is
past the
Game of
first
Thrones,
episode,
so,
don't
I
watch the
mean-
show.
I watch Grey's Anatomy. I can handle blood.
Okay.
Speaking of Grey's Anatomy, if anybody
Oh,
is Grey's Anatomy
hold
fans
on.
and you
Hold
watch
on.
the episode from this current week, what week are we in? February? Right before Valentine's Day? Tears. Many tears.
Okay. Grey's Anatomy airs on ABC.
Yeah. And?
Attack on Titan is not a ABC style program, and Game of Thrones airs on I believe
HBO, yeah.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy doesn't even come
The
close.
level of blood we're talking is higher than that.
I'll be okay.
Okay.
I watch Grey's Anatomy.
I have faith in you.
Yeah.
I think you'll like Game of Thrones.
I'm
I don't know if you like
nightmares.
Attack on Titan, but I think you'd like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting show in that it does change season
I'll
to
let you know.
season.
I'm
Yeah,
always
it does.
open to trying new things. Like I've been watching all these things on Netflix, like different documentaries and things, and trying to just like get a different feel for different stuff, you know. And I think that everyone should at least give different genres a try
I agree.
because you know you never know what you can stumble upon.
I'm a
And
big
you're-
TV show watcher. I love
Yeah.
watching TV shows.
I love watching. Like you know when they post those, you see those job postings that are like someone's looking for an employee, they're hiring for someone to watch Netflix, and you're like, who could do this job? Me. I could watch Netflix literally 23 hours a day.
You need to watch that in a recent Simpsons episode. In a recent Simpsons episode, Homer was hired. I think it was The Simpsons. He was hired to like watch Netflix
Mm-hmm.
all day.
That's
That was it.
That's my dream job.
But then he had to like write reviews
Mhm.
on them of like all the different shows,
It's great. It's not great. It's great. It's not great. It's great. It's not great.
and
Does that
ended
work?
up like ruining his marriage with Marge
Oh no.
because he would start like reviewing like
Yeah.
their sex life.
Oh, of course.
So he's just like,
Naturally.
oh, tantalizing.
I give it 4 out of 5 stars.
Like, homie, I can't do this anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, come on, Marge. I'm
Your
sorry.
impression is pretty good at that.
That's funny.
I'm sorry, Marge. I didn't mean to. I'm just watching television shows all day. It's ruining our marriage.
Oh.
Hey, don't have a cow, man.
So have you guys seen, read, or learned anything else lately that you want to share with the listeners?
Seen, read, or heard anything else? I heard that if you walk 500 miles, you can eventually walk 500 more.
What? Are you making a joke?
Maybe.
What? Like what? What? You walk 500. It's like I start trying to figure it out. Okay, let's see. Like beautiful mind, 500 miles, and you carry the one, and you take it. 500.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Oh, wow, 500 more miles. Oh, I want to tell people about what I'm learning in my psychology class. Super interesting stuff. So we're learning about how conditioned response. So conditioned response is when you're trying to teach someone a behavior. So think about like animals. Like you're trying to teach like them to jump through the hoops, or you're trying to teach like a dolphin to do a flip or whatever. So you take something, some sort of object, and you condition it in the sense that you every time you show that object to the person or the animal, they have a certain reaction, and then you continue to do that, and that's a learned behavior, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when you're trying to teach your dog, like why do you okay, think about it like this. Sometimes you like pull a leash out of the drawer and like your dog runs over and they get really excited, they know you're going for a
they
walk.
know what's up.
How do they know you're going for a walk? That's a conditioned behavior. So they've learned that when you take the leash out, we're going on a walk.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting because we're learning about how this is also where fears come from.
Yeah.
So why are some people like, I'm afraid of bugs, Taylor's afraid of needles, everyone's afraid of different things.
No. I'm afraid of flying needles with steep stairs for feet.
Yeah, okay.
Want to hear a fun fact about spiders?
No, I don't. Why do you do that?
Humanity, well, our ancestors, not humanity,
Mhm.
our way back ancestors were hunted maliciously by arachnids, and that's why we're afraid of spiders and scorpions naturally. Even though we know we can overcome that fear very easily because we're bigger than them and they're not the dominant predator
Yeah.
anymore. Our ancestors, the first creatures to come onto land, there was 2 types of creatures that came onto land. There was the non-arachnids and the arachnids, and the arachnids were huge, and they hunted down all of the other things that came onto the
So you're
land
telling
for a
me
long
somewhere
time.
out there are giant spiders that could eat
In the
me?
past, there were giant spiders that hunted down our
Wait.
ancestors and ate them. And in the water, too, but they were scorpions.
So you're telling me the spider that's in, I think, what was it, Chamber of Secrets, is not real?
I'm sorry.
What did you do that for? Okay, so but that's very true. So it's interesting. That's how fears happen.
We were
so
hunted by arachnids for millions of years, and so we're afraid of arachnids naturally.
That's ridiculous.
When you see one, you have a natural instinctual fear of it, even if you can overcome that fear.
Oh,
You'll-
how did they get so small? That's weird.
Because we became the dominant species.
Yeah, we grew.
We
They
evolved, and they stopped evolving. They're one of the oldest species. The arachnids are actually one of the oldest archetypes of like living creatures that
Right.
breathe. So,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we're learning all about this stuff, and it's really interesting. So speaking of bugs, So our professor was asking us to think about our fears. He's like, think about your fear, and you probably have some sort of situation that happened to you when you were younger, and that's what created that fear. So he asked us all, like, what are some foods that you just can't eat? Like, you just can't stomach it, you don't want to eat it, you're not allergic to it, but you don't want to eat it. And the answers were all over the board. Someone said hot sauce, someone said peanut butter, someone said fish, someone said Skittles, and you're like, what? I love all those things.
Hot sauce, peanut butter, or Skittles.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm okay with it. They're not. Why? So we were just like dissecting this. And so I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I really don't like I'm afraid of bugs. But why? So I remember very vaguely as a child being on an anthill. I just remember that for some reason. So I called my sisters and my mom because I was like, did this really happen? I called my sister and I'm like, hey, or I called my mom. I'm like, hey, did I ever get stuck on an anthill? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so that wasn't like a dream. She's like, no, that happened. So then I called my sister to ask her, because it was like a softball field memory.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm like, hey, do you remember me being stuck on anthills? She goes, yeah, you used to sit on anthills all the time. I was like, what do you mean all the time? And she's like, yeah, you used to always end up sitting on anthills and they would crawl all over you, and it was just kind of like a funny joke. I'm like, that's not a funny joke. It's created a phobia in my mind.
You guys were letting ants crawl on me.
But it was cool because of this class. I was able to kind of trace back my fear of where it came from, which is wild. So that's what I have learned, and I want to share it with all of you.
Okay. I've learned a couple things today.
Okay.
Okay. Thing number one is that President Kennedy was the fastest random speaker in the world with upwards of 350 words per minute.
I could give him a run for the money.
Oh, yeah? You can do it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Go
Is that faster than the auctioneers? I want to know how fast an auctioneer talks.
Okay, let's see here. I mean,
Andy K told me to be an
how
auctioneer.
about this? I will read the sentences here as fast as I can in 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, this is a fun game.
We'll have to slow this down later on in post.
Do it in like, or you just do it in slow mo, no one knows.
Right.
The whole time.
If you...
3 quarters, 4 dimes, and 4 pennies. You have $1.19. Okay, sorry, what? All right, resetting. Here we go. Actual minute. Ready?
So wait, how fast did he read it?
350 words per minute. I'm
Okay.
gonna do 1 minute. Okay.
Okay, ready?
You gotta tell me.
On your mark. Get set. Get set. On your mark. Go.
If you have 3 quarters, 4 dimes, and 4 pennies, you have $1.19. You also have the largest amount of money in coins without being able to make change for $1. The number 172 can be found in the back of the U.S. $5 bill in the bushes at the base of the Lincoln Memorial. President Kennedy was the fastest random speaker in the world with upwards of 350 words per minute. In the average lifetime, a person will walk the equivalent of 5 times around the equator. Some of the 57 Heinz ketchup bottles represent the number of varieties of pickles the company once had. In the early days of the telephone, operators would pick up a call and use the phrase, "Well, are you there?" It wasn't until 1995 that someone suggested answering the phone with the phrase, "Number, please." The surface area average size brick is 79 centimeters squared. According to suicide statistics, Monday is the favorite day for self-destruction. Cats sleep 16 to 18 hours per day. The most common name in the world is Muhammad. It's believed that Shakespeare was 46 around the time that the King James Version of the Bible was written. It's Psalms 46. The 46th word from the first word is shake, and the 46th word from the last word is spear. Karaoke means empty orchestra in Japanese. The Eisenhower interstate system requires that 1 mile in every 5 must be straight. These 5 sectors are usable as airstrips in times of war or other emergencies. The first known contraceptive was crocodile drug used by Egyptians in 2000 BC. Rhode Island is the smallest state with the longest name. The official name used on all state documents is Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. When you die, your hair still grows for a couple of months.
Hold on. Did I hear them say... Did that say that crocodile dung was used as a contraceptive by the Egyptians?
How did you hear any of that?
I was listening to it all and reading it as he was saying it. Like,
So how many words was that?
how
Highlight
That is a fantastic question.
Highlight it and count it. Throw it into a Word doc. I'm curious now, because I think that was more than 350 words.
It might have been.
Which means you now are the fastest speaker in the world. How do you feel?
I don't think
Hold
that's
on.
over
Yeah, this is not even close.
That's like 100 and... I'm going to guess 70.
But hey,
Stay tuned,
credit
guys,
card companies.
while we count every single word. 1, 2.
all right, minus 6. That brings me down because I did skip a line because it had a really big word.
It's still over 300 though.
307 words.
Oh, you're so close. You could totally do it.
I could totally.
And that was just you reading it for the first time. If you knew what you were saying, you could do it even faster.
I feel like hey, every voiceover company, you looking for somebody to be the tail end of your commercials? I got this.
To be the Taylor end of your commercial.
Oh, yeah, you're really good at that stuff. They do that at the end of the commercials.
Yeah.
They're like, try this new pill.
Side effects may cause death.
Yeah. It will create a very relaxed feeling. I feel so much better. Side effects include many cause of death,
death, diarrhea, death.
death, diarrhea, death. That's a bad way to
Diarrhea,
go.
death,
A diarrhea death is a bad way to go. Oh
Death,
my
diarrhea,
gosh.
and diarrhea death, and then death again. Just to be sure.
You come back, you die, you come back, you have really bad diarrhea, then you die again.
Yeah.
It's so bad, you die again.
It's a really messed up situation you don't want to
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Lyrica for mild depression.
Well, I feel like we gave the listeners a lot of random knowledge today.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys
Yeah,
are
if you
welcome.
can make up any of what I had just said, then fantastic for you.
I was trying to listen to what you were saying, but also was looking at the clock, and I caught bits and pieces of it,
Yeah.
but nothing retained at all. I can't wait to hear back, though. It's going to be dope.
Okay.
Or
So
remix
dope.
it and like make it into like a sick beat.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Let's see how fast it takes me to do this one.
Okay, what is it?
This is an advertising disclaimer.
Oh, gosh. Yes,
All
this
right.
is great. Okay, we've got to be quiet so that he can use this
So-
for a job one day.
All right, just
Ready?
go ahead. Tell me when, okay?
Okay,
Just
ready?
press like start or something. Oh no, wait, hold on. It gotta be stopwatch. Sorry.
Set,
All right, so reset.
set, ready, set, ready, set, go.
Paid advertising. Shit.
Start
Restart.
Ruined it.
Wait, hold on. No, ready, and go.
Paid advertisements appear in American Speech Language Hearing Association publications, including print and other digital formats. ASHA does not endorse or evaluate the advertised product, service, or company, nor any of the claims made by the advertiser. Advertisers making claims are expected to have research data that substantiates these claims, and the research's citation is to be made available on the vendor's website or where proprietary interests exist, be made available upon request. ASHA confirms the research is relevant to the claim, but does not verify the validity of this research. Advertising does not influence editorial decisions or content. ASHA is reserved the right to refuse, reject, or cancel an ad for any reason at any time without liability. Please visit ASHA Marketing Solutions to review all the advertising contract and standards.
35 seconds.
Shit.
Way too long. Those things are like 10 seconds long when they're on the thing. That's pretty cool. You gotta work on that.
They
Guys.
speed those up. They have the guy read it like that fast, and then they speed it up.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
It's like the
Probably.
credits at the end of a movie on like TBS. Where like the movie ends and then...
Yeah, they do go really quick on there. All right, guys. So this week we've got some cool stuff happening. We've got a special guest coming this Friday who's going to talk to us about her backpacking experience.
Ooh,
So we
she's
were
going
started-
places.
She backpacked through like California. It was totes dope.
And then she backpacked
dope.
to our show.
Yeah, she backpacked. She only has a backpack. Her name is not Dora though.
Oh.
Dora
We're
has a
also
map, too.
gonna honor it's National Library Month. The month of February is National Library Month. So in honor of that, tomorrow we're gonna talk about the top 10 books. And yeah, so we got some cool stuff this week. Tune back in. Don't forget to subscribe. We're doing our giveaway still on SoundCloud. 50 subscribers. Everyone gets put in for the giveaway. And follow us on all of our different social medias. Capital WPFL, lowercase.
Oh my
f
god,
official.
we have not said it at all last week. I don't
That's
think we
alright.
said any of our social
We'll do
media.
it on-
We were so sad.
It's alright. People know. If you don't know, now you know.
Because it's my Super
Now
Sword
you
show.
know.
Do you ever watch that show?
Yeah.
That was the best.
I love those shows.
Anyway. Alright. Ready to call it a night?
Yeah,
Or a
let's
day?
do it. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
And good night. Great to meet you.
Bye. Well, I feel like we gave the listeners a lot of random knowledge today.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys
Yeah,
are
if you
welcome.
can make up any of what I had just said, then fantastic for you.
I was trying to listen to what you were saying, but also looking at the clock, and I caught bits and pieces of it,
Yeah.
but nothing retained at all. I can't wait to hear back, though. It's gonna be dope.
Okay.
Or
So
remix
dope.
it and like make it into like a sick beat.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Okay, here you go. Okay, here you go.
On your mark.
Death, diarrhea, death,
Get
death,
set.
death, diarrhea, death,
Get
death,
set.
death, diarrhea, death,
On your
death,
mark.
death, diarrhea, death,
On your
death,
mark.
death, diarrhea, death,
Get
death,
set.
death, diarrhea, death,
On your mark.
death, death, diarrhea, death,
On your mark.
death, death, diarrhea.
Go.
If you have 3/4, 4 dimes, and 4 pennies, you have $1.19. You also have the largest amount of money in coins without being able to make change for $1. The number one certificate we found on the back of the U.S. $5 bill for the beneficiaries of the basic Lincoln Memorial. President Kennedy passed the speak of the world, not worth the 3 worth per minute. In the average lifetime, a person will walk the equivalent of 5 times around the equator. 57 Heinz ketchup bottles represents the number of varieties of pickles the company once had. In the early days of the telephone, operators would pick up a call and use the phrase, well, you're there. It wasn't until 1995 that someone suggested air through the phone. The phrase, number please. The surface area average size brick is 79 centimeters squared. According to suicide statistics, Monday is the favorite day for self-destruction. Cats sleep 16 to 18 hours per day. The most common name in the world is Muhammad. It's believed that Shakespeare was 46 around the time that the King James version of the Bible was written. As Psalms 46, the 46th word from the first word is shake, and the 46th word from the last word is spear. Karaoke means empty orchestra in Japanese. The Eisenhower interstate system requires that 1 mile out of every 5 must be straight. These 5 sectors are usable as airstrips in times of war or other emergencies. The first known contraceptive was crocodile drug, used by Egyptians in 2000 BC. Rhode Island is the smallest state with the longest name. The official name used on all state documents is Rhode Island Providence Plantation. The entire hair still grows for a couple of months.
Hold on. Did I hear them say? Does that say that crocodile dung was used as a contraceptive by the Egyptians?
1 minute.
Hold on. Did I hear them say? Does that say that crocodile dung was used as a contraceptive by the Egyptians?
If you have 3 quarters, 4 dimes, and 4 pennies, you have $1.19. You also have the largest amount of money in coins without being able to make change for $1. The number 172 we found in the back of the U.S. $5 bill. This is the base of Lincoln Memorial. President Kennedy is the fastest running speaker in the world, worth of 350 words per minute. In the average lifetime, a person will walk the equivalent of 5 times around the equator. Some of the 57 Heinz ketchup bottles represents the number of varieties of pickles the company once had. In the early days of the telephone, operators would pick up a call and use the phrase, well, you're there. It wasn't until 1995 that someone suggested air through the phone. The phrase, number please. The surface area average size brick is 79 centimeters squared. According to suicide statistics, Monday is the favorite day for self-destruction. Cats sleep 16 to 18 hours per day. The most common name in the world is Muhammad. It's believed that Shakespeare was 46 around the time that the King James version of the Bible was written. As Psalms 46, the 46th word from the first word is shake, and the 46th word from the last word is spear. Karaoke means empty orchestra in Japanese. The Eisenhower interstate system requires that 1 mile. It's all today on Will Podcast for Laughs.
With V.
Ian.
And Taylor.
It's all today on Will Podcast for Laughs.
With V.
Ian.
And Taylor.
Remix it.
If you have 3 quarters, 4 dimes, and 4 pennies, you have $1.19. You also have the largest amount of money in coins without being able to make change for $1. The number 172 we found in the back of the U.S. $5 bill. For the bushes at the base of Lincoln Memorial. President Kennedy is the fastest running speaker in the world, worth of 350 words per minute. In the average lifetime, a person will walk the equivalent of 5 times around the equator. Some of the 57 Heinz ketchup bottles represents the number of varieties of pickles the company once had. In the early days of the telephone, operators would pick up a call and use the phrase, well, you're there. It wasn't until 1995 that someone suggested air through the phone. The phrase, number please. The surface area average size brick is 79 centimeters squared. According to suicide statistics.
1 minute.
Like,
I can't wait to hear back
Here you
though.
go, here you go.
It's gonna be dope.